Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakhakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, peace, and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom. Alright, so I'm going to get into this book of, the Book of Mormon. Okay. I was watching a lesson with the apostles, and they were breaking it down, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Lord willing, this video was edifying. This is 2 Nephi, chapter 5, starting at verse 20. It says, "Wherefore the word of the Lord was fulfilled, which he spake unto me, saying that inasmuch they will not hearken unto thy words, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. And behold, they were cut off from his presence. And he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yet even a sore cursing, because of their iniquity. For behold, they had hardened their hearts against him, that they had become like unto a flint. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, that they might not be enticing unto my people, the Lord power, or the Lord God, did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them." Okay, so there you go, right there in the Book of Mormon. It's telling you how basically black skin is a curse, man. All right, which is actually the exact opposite according to the scriptures. All right, let's go ahead and get some precepts on that. Okay, Genesis 4, verse 14. Genesis chapter 14, chapter 4 and verse, I start at verse 12. It says, "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth." And that's what Esau is, because if you can receive it, Esau is Cain in the reincarnation. Okay, and Esau is a fugitive and a vagabond, man. All right. The scriptures say, he enlargeth the desire as hell, his feet keepeth not at home. Okay. And Cain said unto the Lord, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." Okay, and why is that? What does that have to do with? It has to do with how Cain had that leprosy, man. Okay, now I want to play a quick clip because it basically it embodies it perfectly, man. All right. It says, "Tribe meets white man for the first time." You see how they're just very cautious with him, you know, peeping the scenery and stuff like that.
Philip, who must look like a strange creature with an eye of a camera instead of a human face.
You see how they got the rest of them in the back with the little mallets, if you will, ready to swing on them. You know.
Away from the.
When he first saw him, you should have seen how it is when they first saw him. You know.
When I lose my. According to Yahweh, they don't believe that the white man exists. But if they do, that makes me one of the living dead.
So yeah, basically that's the point on that right there. All right, Genesis 4 and 14. "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." Yeah, because he was the only one who had that mark of leprosy at that time. Okay, because back when Esau was Cain, and when he was serpent in the garden, he had leprosy, man. I mean, no, Slakia, he had melanin. Okay, verse 15. And the Lord Yahawah said unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahawah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. Okay, right, because he had that leprosy, man. All right, so it's the same thing with this tribe when they finally met that white dude. You know, it's the same thing because having leprosy was a new wasn't a common thing in the earth around that time. Okay, now I want to get some more scriptures real quick, cutting that whole leprosy thing, because you know, in the Book of Mormon, it talks about how fair and white skin is a blessing. All right, but really that's the opposite of what the scriptures say. This is Numbers chapter 12, and starting at verse 8. All right, and to get the context, Moses had an Ethiopian woman, and Miriam and Aaron were basically talking shit against Moses. Okay, but the Most High judged Miriam. All right, why did he judge Miriam? Because she's a woman, man. All right, you women are just supposed to keep silence, really. Okay, sit back and look pretty, man. You know, and help set the house in order. Okay, because that was a blessing that the Lord gave the woman. The scriptures say, "In the foolishness a woman teareth her house down." You know, a foolish woman teareth her house down. Let me get that real quick. Foolish woman. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Okay, God, you know. So set the house in order under your man, of course. All right. So Numbers 12, starting at verse 8. Actually, I'll start at verse 10. It says, "And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned, and let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb." And that is Esau, man. Okay, wasted away is he, man. All right, Esau's flesh is dead, pretty much. You know, the scriptures say he is as death. Okay, spiritually, but his flesh is wasted away, man. All right, with that leprosy, which is a curse, man. Okay, it says she was white as snow. All right, so that was a curse, man. Okay, now I want to get Leviticus 13 and verse 2. It says, "When a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or a bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priest." Okay, and the priest shall look on the plague when in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair of the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin of the flesh, it is the plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. Okay, there you go, man. So leprosy is an unclean thing. All right, meaning what? It's a curse, man. All right. Um, but yeah, that's this whole thing goes into the leprosy, if you will. Okay, but it's not when you have melanin, that's a blessing, man. Okay, but when you have leprosy, you know, that's a curse. Okay, here's another one. Exodus 4 and 7. I'll start at verse 6. Exodus 4 and 6. "And the Lord Yahawah said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow." Okay, there you go. Leprosy, as snow. And snow is white, man. And he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. Yeah, which was his skin with melanin, man. Okay? So there you go, man. That's one way to dismantle the Book of Mormon, all right, Book of Morons, okay. And as far as the Lamanites go, there's no such thing as a Lamanite. There's no such thing as a Nephite, a Nephite, man. Okay, let's go ahead and go into that Nephite. You won't find that in the scriptures, man. Lamanite. You won't find that in the scriptures, man, because those don't exist. Okay, those are not real. And I have like I said, there's no such thing as a Lamanite slash Nephite. All right, and there's also no historical evidence whatsoever. Okay, and Lord willing, I'll get that. All right, this is one of the websites that says, however, the Book of Mormon story is challenged on multiple scientific fronts. There is no credible evidence that a small band of migrating Israelites populated the Americas with millions of people generated at Iron Age culture, built many buildings, and fought massive wars with thousands of casualties. To the contrary, for nearly 100 years, archaeologists, biologists, linguists have presented evidence that physical similarities, cultural and linguistic ties, and archaeological and molecular data all indicate a Siberian Asiatic origin for Native Americans, not a Hebrew one. Yes, that right there is disinformation. Okay, because the Israelites, the so-called Native Americans and Seminole Indians, they're definitely Hebrews, and moreover, they're definitely Hebrew Israelites. Okay, that's just Esau trying to throw in some disinformation. It says, in addition, DNA studies used to trace the ancestry of Native American peoples to support the conclusion of scientists in other fields, and together, the evidence raises serious questions about the veracity of the Book of Mormon and historical and theological authenticity of Mormon and of the Mormon faith in general. Okay? Basically saying that through all their research, if you will, they're questioning if the Book of Mormon is full of shit, pretty much, man. All right. Now, the DNA tests are not always accurate at all. Okay, you know, because you have some people doing they want to take a DNA test to see if they're Israelite, but you know that's not accurate, man. We really go off based off the faith, okay, and it's for sure that Native Americans are Israelites, without a doubt, man. And there's plenty of historical documents to back that up as well, as along with archaeological archaeological finds, Salakia, okay, like they found the Native American like stone thing with modern Assyrian Hebrew written on it. Okay, you have the book with James Adair with the history of the Native American Indians. Okay, and so on and so forth, man. All right. Native Americans, they also had a lot of Hebrew customs. Okay, they wore fringes. You know, the evidence is overwhelming. Okay. All right, here's another article, or this is a Wikipedia link. All right, this is the archaeology section. All right, it says, I'm just going to read the highlighted section. It says, the bare facts of the matter are that nothing, absolutely nothing, has even shown up in any New World excavation which would suggest to a dispassionate observer that the Book of Mormon, as claimed by Joseph Smith, who was a Freemason, okay, and if you know anything, Freemasons are witches, okay, it says, is a historical document relating to the history of early migrants to our hemisphere. In 1996, the Smithsonian Institution issued a statement that addressed claims made in the Book of Mormon by stating that the text is primarily a religious text and that archaeologists affiliated with the institution found no direct connection between the archaeology of the New World and the subject matter of the book. Okay, so that just goes to show you that, you know, there's no physical evidence to back it up either. Okay, now you have some things in the scriptures that have physical evidence. You have some things in the scriptures that don't have physical evidence, which really ties back to the whole faith thing. Okay, but however, you can find archaeological finds of things pertaining to the scriptures. All right, and that is a fact. It says, but there is no scientific or archaeological evidence supporting the connection or suggesting that the Lamanites or any other of the three groups ever existed. Okay? Yes, so there's no such thing as a Nephite. There's no such thing as a Lamanite, man. Alright? That's just a bunch of dogma, really. Okay? So the Book of Mormon is BS, man. Alright? And any of you jakes dealing with the Book of Mormon, you're going off, man. Alright? And the Most High is not dealing with any of these other books. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, spirit it hath gathered them, man. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. So none of these other books can mate with the scriptures, man. You know? The Book of Mormon is just really set up to make people fall. Alright? So, hey, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HALALYAM. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Every will, peace, and blessing to the elect of Israel. Shalom.